The most important part of GTA Online is the vehicles you drive. Your vehicles can help you make money, protect you from other players, help you complete missions, and just get across the map faster. You're gonna need a bunch of vehicles for a bunch of different situations. So today, I'm going to go over the top 10 vehicles I think every single GTA Online player should own in 2021 and 2022. If this video helps you out, a thumbs up would be awesome. Subscribe for more stuff like this, and let's go to number 10. And in this spot, we have the Mobile Operations Center. Now look, the Mobile Operations Center itself is fine. You can upgrade weapons, customize vehicles in the back and whatnot, but the main reason this vehicle is on this list is because of the MOC cab itself, like just the truck at the front. On top of being like surprisingly fast for a truck, when you're driving this around, you're going to be protected from about 60 rockets before this thing blows up. If you've ever played free roam in GTA Online, you know it can be an absolute war zone. And when these Oppressor Mk griefers are going to be coming at you, you're going to want the best protection possible. Having protection from that many rockets is absolutely insane, especially considering the Oppressor Mk only has 20 rockets. So basically, you'd need 3 different guys on Oppressor Mk shooting you for like 30 seconds constantly in order for you to die. I'd say that's a pretty low chance that that's going to happen, so this thing is going to protect you better than any other vehicle in the game. At number 9, this thing has been in the top 10 for as long as I can remember. It's the Buzzard. It's not the best helicopter in the game, it's not the fastest helicopter in the game, but what it is the most convenient. Coming in at $1.75 million, that's actually relatively cheap for a helicopter first of all, but once you have your Buzzard, you can call it in right next to you whenever you want through your CEO menu. This can be incredibly useful if your vehicle gets destroyed, if you're stuck in the middle of nowhere where your mechanic isn't going to deliver you a vehicle, anything. This has saved me so much time, so many times that I can't even count. And even though there's better helicopters in 2021, this still deserves a spot on this list because of how useful it is. At number 8, we've got the Terrorbyte, and I was kind of considering leaving this one out of the list this year, but I just think it's still got a lot of uses that makes it really, really useful. It's actually one of the cheaper vehicles on the list at $1.375 million, and it's kind of similar to the Mobile Operations Center in a lot of ways. The main difference with the Terrorbyte though is you can't actually detach the cab from the trailer, but even then it's still going to take around 34 rockets. It's not the 60 that the MOC will, but still that's some pretty good protection. But the main reason this one's better is because you can make money with it, and quite a bit. If you head into the control center in the middle of your Terrorbyte, there's a bunch of things you can do. You can start sell and resupply missions for all of your businesses, which is really useful of course. But you can also start up client jobs. Right off the bat, the best one is going to be robbery in progress. This is going to make you about $30,000 for something you can complete in probably under 5 minutes. And if you buy the drone station upgrade for the Terrorbyte, you're going to gain access to the diamond shopping client job, which gives you the same amount of money for even less work. So this can take like 3 minutes. Another great bonus as well associated with the Terrorbyte is if you complete 5 of these client jobs, you're actually going to get over a $1 million discount on the Oppressor Mk. The Oppressor Mk and the Terrorbyte were introduced at the same time, and you can actually store and upgrade your Oppressor Mk right here in your Terrorbyte. This is like the Oppressor's little home. So all of those added bonuses still just make the Terrorbyte a must-own vehicle, so definitely pick it up. At number 7, I've got the Armored Kuruma. Now this vehicle's fallen a few spots since last year, but this is still a vehicle you're absolutely gonna want to own. This is the cheapest vehicle on this list at $700,000 and $525,000 if you get the trade price for it. And for that price, it is an absolute steal. Unlike some of the other vehicles on this list, this is an armored sports car, and a sports car means it can't tank any rockets, so any explosives will blow this up. But the fact that it's a sports car means you can use it in absolutely any mission in the game. The Armored Kuruma is, I would say, about 95% bulletproof. When you're fighting AI, they can only shoot you from specific angles, and personally, I've actually never died to an AI using this, so I mean, it's pretty much bulletproof. And for some reason, even though the vehicle is bulletproof, you can still shoot out of it, which makes it incredible. So for pretty much any mission in the game, this is my go-to vehicle. If you're a player that doesn't really have $1 million yet and you're looking for a vehicle that can help you get through the early stages of the game, this is absolutely it. In those early levels, you can struggle with heist setups in particular, and this makes those an absolute breeze. Even players level 500 are going to use this in their heist setup missions, which means this vehicle absolutely deserves to be on this list. Pick it up. At number 6, I've got the Sparrow. Now, personally, this is my second favorite helicopter in the game, and the main reason, just like the Buzzard, is because of how convenient it is to use. This is my go-to vehicle when I'm trying to grind out the Cayo Perico heist, because this vehicle is actually just stored in your giant submarine. Of course, if you're playing the Cayo Perico heist, everything goes through the Kosatka submarine. That's where you have to go back to for every single setup mission. So just being able to go out back, pick up your Sparrow, and fly across the map to wherever you need to go is extremely useful. On top of its convenience, it's also the fastest helicopter in the game. Like, this thing is really, really quick, and it's also got an unlimited amount of rockets that shoot at a really fast rate as well. So there's really not much to hate about this vehicle. The only real downside I can think of is it is pretty weak. A lot of the time in my Cayo Perico setups, the helicopter is smoking by the time I get back there. But I've done this heist hundreds of times at this point, and I can only count how many times I've actually died in this thing on one hand. So really, the lack of durability isn't going to be that much of an issue. This thing is incredible for grinding. If you're a grinder, you need this vehicle. And as an extra little bonus, just like the Buzzard, you can spawn this right next to you through your services menu. Number 5 is the Nightshark. This is a really, really cool vehicle. Think of the Nightshark as just an SUV version of the armored Kuruma, but even more beefy. If you put the maximum amount of armor plating on the Nightshark's windows, I would say it's about the same amount of bulletproofness as the Kuruma. So from most angles, you're gonna be covered when fighting AI. Just like the Kuruma, this thing is actually pretty quick for what it is as well. And unlike the Kuruma, the Nightshark has a mounted machine gun on the front. It's also about double the price of the Kuruma at 1.245 million. But the main difference here, and the main reason I've got it higher on the list than the Kuruma this year, is because the Nightshark can tank over 20 homing rockets. So when you're driving around in free roam, the Nightshark is a really great choice because, like I said earlier, the Oppressor Mk, which is the Griefer's best friend, only has 20 rockets. So if you can tank more than 20 rockets in any vehicle, you're more than likely going to be able to survive wherever you're trying to get to. So for that reason alone, the Nightshark is incredibly useful, and that's why I've got it this high on the list. At number 4, we have my favorite helicopter in the game. It's the Akula. The Akula is a stealth helicopter, and if that sounds expensive, that's because it is. It's almost $4 million. But this stealth feature is so incredibly useful, I can't even put it into words. Normally, the Akula has your rockets just like any other helicopter would have, which of course is really useful for doing whatever you're doing. But when you put it into stealth mode, those weapons will go away, but you're going to be able to be completely off the radar. That means no one else in the lobby is going to be able to see you on their minimap. Again, I cannot describe how useful that is. Grand Theft Auto Online free roam can be an absolute war zone, and being able to literally just like disappear off anyone's minimap whenever you want is just something you're going to be using all the time. Whenever you're doing a mission in free roam as well that requires you to pick something up and then take it back to wherever you need to take it to, if you hop in your Akula and activate stealth mode when you have that item, you're still going to be off the radar, so no one's going to be able to follow you and grief you or kill you. This is a vehicle you are going to absolutely need, and once you have it, you're going to wonder how you ever lived without it, so definitely pick this one up. At number 3, we have one of the most fun vehicles in the game. It's the Toreador. If you've ever drove around in a Stromberg, think of what the Stromberg was like, but imagine someone just added rocket boosts to the back of it. That's what this vehicle is. Just like the Stromberg, the Toreador can go underwater. It's amphibious, so it's basically a car with a big rocket boost on the back, but it's also a submarine with a rocket boost on the back. And yes, that is as cool as it sounds. Now, no, this thing isn't bulletproof, which is kind of a little bit of a setback. But to be honest, the homing rockets on the Toreador kind of make up for that, because these homing rockets track so aggressively that anyone you're going to shoot is going to die. In terms of protection, even though it's not bulletproof, it can tank up to 6 homing rockets, which gives you a bit of a fighting chance against whoever tries to attack you. The Toreador is also a really good counter to the Oppressor Mk because of how aggressively these rockets track. Like, you can lock on to an Oppressor in the distance, they can fly over you, they can do whatever they can try to do to escape, but these rockets seriously just track that aggressively that it kills them almost every single time. So on top of being incredibly fun, this is an incredibly useful vehicle that most people are gonna want to own. And as an extra bonus, because it was added with the Kosatka and the Cayo Perico Heist DLC, just like the Sparrow, you can actually store this in your Kosatka. So anytime you're out at your submarine, you can just go down the back, get in your Toreador, and drive it to shore. Overall, incredible vehicle and one you're definitely gonna want to own. At number 2, and you've heard me talk about it so much throughout this video already because of how useful it is, it's the Kosatka, the giant submarine. With the Kosatka, of course, you can drive it around, you can get on the periscope, you can lock onto helis or whatever, but I mean, that's more of a gimmick. It's fun to mess around with, but it's not actually that useful. The main reason you're gonna buy a Kosatka is because this is the vehicle you need in order to set up the Cayo Perico Heist. The Cayo Perico Heist was added at the end of 2020, and at the time I'm making this video, it is by far the best way to make money in GTA Online. I've made several videos on the Cayo Perico Heist already, but for any normal player, you don't even have to be great. You can finish this heist in about an hour, and that's going to get you about $1.5 million an hour. So even if you just did 2 of these heists a week, you're making $3 million for 2 hours of work. Like, that is absolutely insane. With the Cayo Perico Heist, just play it a few times and you can buy absolutely anything you want. It really just is that good. So if you want to make money in GTA Online, the Kosatka is the vehicle you're going to get, which is why it's at number 2. If you wanted an extra reason to want to buy this, not that you need one, but you can fast travel pretty much anywhere on the map for $2,000 as well. So there's that. And I had to do it. At number 1, love it or hate it, people love it, people hate it. It's the Oppressor Mk, but even though you might not like it, you do have to admit it probably is the best vehicle in this game. The Oppressor Mk is just under $4 million, but if you do those client jobs in your Terrorbyte that I spoke about earlier, it comes down to under $3 million. And once you have it, I mean, honestly, you're pretty much set. This is the easiest vehicle in the game to use. It takes almost no skill. The rockets track incredibly aggressively. Anyone you shoot is gonna die. Not only is it one of the best vehicles for PvP in GTA Online, it's also the best for PvE. Like grinding, this is a grinder's best friend as well. You can spawn it right next to you through your interaction menu, either through the motorcycle club menu or through the Terrorbyte menu as well. This thing is just absolutely insane. You can have a debate whether you think it's meant to be in GTA Online or not. Are futuristic vehicles good for GTA Online or not? That's up to you, but nonetheless, the Oppressor Mk just is, it's just the best vehicle. And it's one that you're gonna need to own. So we'll wrap it up there. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a thumbs up would be awesome. If it helped, subscribe for more stuff like this as well. I hope you're staying safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Boys!
Favorite color, money green. Paper. I've been on my grind since I was in the 7th grade.